month of the year when we reserve a day to celebrate women. At UpsideLMS, we're taking it a step ahead and celebrating all of March as Women's Month. Joining me for a Women's Month are two young, smart, and supremely talented young women who at ages 13 and 14 are not just outdoing boys in academia and sports, but are nurturing grand dreams of how they want to show up in the world. Please welcome Shreya Gautam and Khushi Chakke. And I have to honestly just remind myself that you're just two young women and you still have all of this under your belt. And this is my first question to both of you. Do you think you're kind of compelled to do all of this, to perform because you're a woman? Or is this something that's an innate talent that you're just trying to unleash with all of these things?
So actually, I believe it's more of both, because we keep on thinking about how we also want to do best for ourselves in our life and how we want to keep aiming high, keep doing better and bigger things, but then how we can make a place for ourselves in the community.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, it's about our own beliefs and understanding our own limits and pushing our boundaries, because then we also don't want to let ourselves down.
Sure.
I like excelling.
Okay. So it's never really a gender thing that goes on in your mind. Like, because I'm a woman, maybe I need to push myself more compared to, let's say, the guy who's probably not going to take it that hard or easy, whichever way it is. No? That's not. And this is probably my traditional belief that grade 8 is almost like very close to the tipping point where you have to make the big decision. Like, where do I go from here? Where you're heading? Do you see where it can go from there, Khushi? I think
Data scientist.
Data scientist. Okay.
I like analyzing data, so data scientist.
Okay, but so you are very firm.
It may change in the future.
Sure, of course it may. I think that is how it is always, right? We need to be dynamic to cope up with the world. But is this something you've discussed with your parents? Is this something that your parents have perhaps seeded in you that you may want to go in this direction?
No.
No.
It's my personal decision.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Shreya, you have something?
Honestly, I have given it a lot of thought, but my mind keeps going in all directions,
Mm-hmm.
because I have a lot of interests and I don't know which one to pursue, because I still I've not been able to still excel in only one of everything I'm doing. I'm not
Yeah.
best at something.
Yeah.
I'm just really good at everything I try to do, because I try to give in my best at every task or everything I want to finish. But if I want to give it a rough outline, I know that I love playing badminton a lot.
Okay.
That's probably one of my greatest passions ever. But then I also know I want to do something with my life in the business and management sector, because
Okay.
I really want to have something of my own
Yeah.
in life. And then also really anything with music,
Okay.
because I like pursuing music as not only a hobby, but then it really calms me down. And quantum physics.
So there's one data scientist, there's one quantum physics. That's lovely. All right, so my next question is for you, Shreya. Shreya, your dad is the founder of this company, UpsideLMS. And my question to you is, does this impact your career aspirations? And if it does, I want to know how.
Really, every day before going to bed, waking up in the morning in school, I always think about my dad being a founder of a company.
Yeah.
And it always gets me thinking how I can not in a competitive way about how I can outdo him as such, but then
Mm-hmm.
I always want to keep doing something bigger. I want to keep aiming higher, because I don't want to ever stop in life. So
Sure.
that also gets me thinking about why I should not stop dreaming about doing bigger things,
Yeah.
because that would otherwise stop me from my goal. And then I even though I don't know what I want to do in life, I
Yeah.
just know that having the right beliefs, the right values, the right morals is most important to achieve success, because I learned that following excellence will
Mm.
automatically get you success instead
Agreed.
of following success or money, for that
Sure.
matter.
Sure.
Because a few months ago, actually, I was really obsessed with being a billionaire in life.
Which is a good thing.
So probably having no expectations and always aiming more than what you did yesterday, and not competing with anybody else but yourself is probably the main thing.
Khushi, I'm going to just continue with the same question that I asked Shreya, but I'm just going to ask you this. So do you think a parent, in whichever capacity, even if he or she is working, even if he or she is committed to the household, do you think that influences a kid's decision? And is
Okay, maybe I would like to be a manager as my dad.
sure.
So he is on a high pressure post.
Yes.
Yeah, I would maybe foresee myself as him. So I would like to be like my dad.
You're overall talented. We had a list of accomplishments that I read out for you, Khushi. But I think from what I know of you, you have a special knack for fine arts. And again, this is going back to your dad, who is an amazing visualizer, he's an amazing designer. And I see that, I don't know if I should really say it, but I can see that exact quality in you. So do you think there is a linkage? Do you think it's something consciously that you want to work on because you want to be like your dad, or something that...
I maybe can work upon it,
Yeah.
but not sure about the future.
Okay, do this. I want each of you to teleport to the future. Imagine you're right now in a state where you're going to go into your workplace, and I want you to just visualize and think, how does that workplace look?
So, I've always believed that a workplace or like any organization or community, it's usually not run by one person, but then everybody who's in it, obviously, because otherwise, if it's just run by one person and then you feel like you're working for them instead of working with them.
Sure.
It changes the attitude completely, and you don't want to work in there anymore, and then you feel like leaving the job, or you feel like leaving the workplace, because that sets a very negative spiral of thoughts in your brain, and that's not a good environment for you to like work in or stay in. So I believe that again, morals and values are really important for anywhere you work in or you want to live in or stay in for a very long period of time. So collaboration is very important for me, and working as a team, working with a good set of people.
A friendly workspace where everybody is ready to share their ideas and creativity, and also a creative workspace where everything is very fresh and active.
Okay. There's a belief, and I think this is something that Shreya, you were trying to point out. It's called a collective genius, which means that me individually, I can only contribute so much, but if all of us get together, we can, leverage each of our strengths and get them to the table. Now, I want you to stay in the same vision, which we're talking about, that you teleported yourself years in the future. And this is more about you individually. And maybe, Khushi, I can start with you. I want you to describe yourself in the future. It could be in terms of the profession you're doing or the kind of job that you're handling.
Okay, I would foresee myself as I before said, as a manager.
Sure.
And in one of the most reputed companies.
Okay, sure. Let's go for it.
I mean, what I was first thinking of was I'll probably, I want to go to Harvard University. So I'll study there for about 4 years, and then I'll probably do a course there on quantum physics or business.
Okay.
And then I'll come out, and then I'll start a company of my own, which I'll work. I'll keep it running for like probably my entire life. Which I don't ever want to quit it.
Okay.
And then I will also try to give speeches and try to speak at public conferences and places where I keep on meeting new people. So I want to keep traveling around the world as I do that. Then I also want to be a quantum physicist at one point in my life, through which I can also help other businesses flourish with the concept of science and leadership like combined somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but then I want to try to incorporate that. And I also want to try to do something in music probably later on in life when I'm not working that much. And then I want to become a monk.
Did you say you want to become a monk? Like after achieving all of these worldly pleasures, you want to just let go?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Do you have the same thoughts about being a monk?
No.
No, you're happy leading the nice, comfortable life. Yeah. Okay. What's the one message you would like to give young girls, similar age as yours, younger than you, about co-creating the life instead of just living by the rules? And this can be any rules that are set by the society or the culture.
Okay, so I think the girls, they should follow their dreams instead of looking at an aspect of society as rules or something. They should also do what they're interested in, and at last they should do what they like to do.
Understood. Yeah. So like follow your own heart.
Yeah.
Instead of really just going by what someone said, either peer pressure or either parental pressure or societal pressure. Shreya, what about you?
Yeah, honestly, I feel that for much of history, young women or even women at any age for that matter have been always oppressed and not taken seriously,
Sure.
because especially for women it's going to be even harder to foresee a future for themselves where they want to do something really revolutionary. So I just want to let them know that even if it's a really big dream or really big goal, they should not be scared, because no matter how bad you want it, it's going to come true at some point. So I don't want them to, you know, think less of themselves just because of society or because of norms or rules in the past.
True. So I think the takeaways from what I would just kind of reiterate as one is persistence. You need to be persistent with what you want. You need to have the perseverance and the vision and the ability or the audacity to follow that path, even if you have some challenges in your life. Was it a correct articulation of what you were trying to say? All right, perfect. We are through with what I wanted to really ask you. I think that was an amazing display of clarity of thought, of vision, where you see yourselves and where you think the world of tomorrow should go. Now here's where I'm going to switch gears and we're going to have a quick rapid fire. Are you up for it, women?
Yeah.
Alright, Shreya, the first one. Who wears the pants at your house?
Oh, my mom.
Khushi, what's it for you?
Mom.
Okay. Shreya, between a man and a woman, who makes for a better teacher and why?
Honestly, I feel women, because I've always felt that students connect more to a female teacher rather than a male teacher.
Same question for you. Between a man and a woman, who makes for a better teacher and women? So are we then saying that it's about empathy? That women have more empathy, or we are more, we can display our emotions better?
Yeah. It's that women tend to be more emotional than men.
Understood. Taken. Alright. So next one is, I want you to fill in the sentence. I'm just going to give you a sentence and there's going to be a blank and just fill it. Shreya, I want to become a... Fill in the blank.
Change maker.
I want to become a...
Thank you.
You have to choose the appropriate option, Shreya. Raising good children is a responsibility of a mother, a father, or both?
Both.
Okay. Word associations. So I'm going to say a word and the first thing that comes to your mind, you just say it. Alright? Woman.
Leader.
Change maker.
Okay. Leadership.
Understanding people's opinions and working on them.
To work for someone.
Okay. Career aspirations.
Aiming big.
Career aspirations.
Anytime.
Okay. That's it. We are through. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We have a lot of goodness planned for you for the rest of the month. That's of women, by women, and for women. Well, we'll let the men in too. So stay tuned and follow UpsideLMS. Happy Women's Month, everyone.